as I was talking about in my toy hunt video at Blue Horseshoe Antiques in Ramseur, North Carolina, I talked about there was a bag at that shop which contained several vintage figures. I accidentally said that it was a Biker Mice Moto. It was actually a Biker Mice Vinny. It's been about a year since I initially saw the pack. I just knew that I wanted it. And it's not a Space Cadet Leo. It is the scuba diving Leo. As you can see, he's got like a face sculpt where it looks like he's holding his breath. He's missing all of his accessories. So the thing that goes over his head he doesn't have. But he's got a really cool sculpt. Overall, little crab right there. Focus, please. Little crab right there. Some barnacles on his toes. Here, let's turn on the light. Got a crab right there. Some barnacles on his toes. Over here we got seaweed sculpted and a knife. Those are not painted. Looks like he's also got like a squid or something. Wait, maybe that's just part of his pants. I can't really tell. I think it's part of his pants. But overall, really cool looking figure. I'm gonna put that off to the side. I already have a Biker Mice from Mars Vinny vintage figure and a Biker Mice from Mars Moto vintage figure. The first release Moto and the Sports Bros Moto. But I went ahead and got the pack, and it contained a Biker Mice from Mars Vinny. But unlike my initial Vinny that I got, this is actually the variant with the metallic chest harness with the black little stripes or whatever. So it is different than the one that I have in my collection. So now I have two different variants from the vintage line. Also in that pack was this little Indian teddy bear. I feel like this was from an 80s cartoon. I can't remember. Gonna put that off to the side. There's this tiny little Crypto the Super Dog, which I think I'll go ahead and put up there with my Superman collection. There's also this little snapping turtle transformer. So to transform him, you just turn him over, grab the tail of the turtle, flip it, and then the little transformer head comes out. Then you bend the feet, and now you have a transformer. He's pretty cool. I'm going to be keeping all of these that I just said. Next up, there's this little big-headed baby. I will not be keeping this. There is a little Bambi. I will probably be giving this to one of my cousins, along with this baby doll. There's like this little bonnet that goes with like a bigger baby doll, but that doll was not included. So I might keep this piece of fabric for something. I'm not sure. Next up, there's this Disney Snow White. I still have not decided if I'm going to keep this. It is a vintage doll in really, really good shape. I might go ahead and put it in storage with my other vintage figures, or I might give it to my cousins. Since it's in such great shape, and it is a vintage figure, I'm kind of leaning towards putting it in storage. Then also in that set was this doll that's kind of in the style of Barbie. I'm not sure what it is. She's got a little magnet on her hand, and I do believe that a bowling ball would magnetize to that magnet, and then you just push her arm back until it clicks, just like that. Then on the back there's a button, and when you press that button, let's see, her arm just slings forward really, really quickly. So that's a cool action feature. I tried it earlier, and it actually knocked over a empty milk jug. So that's pretty cool. It's a really quick spring-loaded action feature. I'll probably go ahead and put this in storage as well. Maybe. Since they are vintage, I think that's a good idea. She does have rubber legs with articulation inside the rubber. So that's pretty cool. And the last thing that was in that pack, which I'm also going to be keeping just because vintage Cabbage Patch Kids are kind of more expensive, especially after the crazy riot. I feel like it's a good idea to go ahead and keep this doll. It's just a little Cabbage Patch Kids doll. She's got like this weird outfit, pokey diaper butt, and holding a yellow spoon. Not much to it. It's all made of like this rubberized plastic. The torso's super squishy. Like, you can flatten it with your hands. The head is a harder plastic, but it's still kind of rubberized. The arms are rubberized plastic as well. Anyway, all of those I got from the Blue Horseshoe Antiques in Ramseur, North Carolina. Also in Ramseur, North Carolina, there was another shop called Trogdon Antiques and Collectibles. I went there and I did a toy hunt there. I did not film. I just toy hunted without the camera. I'm hoping to go back someday and ask to do a toy hunt. But when I was there, I went ahead and picked up this Tonka action figure. I believe it's like one of the riders that goes with the Tonka metal trucks. I did not realize they made figures to go with it, so I just went ahead and picked this guy up. As the tag says on his back, he was only $4. He's pretty cool. He's in a 7 to 8 inch scale. Got a big ball joint to connect his head to the body. That's how you articulate it. Arms articulate just standard. Forwards and backwards motion. Same for the legs. You can take him down to a complete sit, which I guess is good for driving whatever vehicle he came with. One hand is kind of positioned to hold a steering wheel, and the other one's positioned to maybe hold a gear shifter or something like that. He kind of looks like a deputy, so I don't know if they made like a Tonka police car or anything, but he definitely looks like a sheriff or a deputy. There's no actual stamps or sculpted company names. The only way to identify the company is by reading the Tonka name on the hat and on the arm. So if that got scratched off, it'd be impossible to identify him unless you knew exactly what he was from. I do not know his name, but thought he was cool and wanted to pick him up for the collection. So that's my overall toy haul from Antiquing Today in Ramseur, North Carolina. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, take care.